July 4th, 1999. I'm 7 years old, very small and fucking adorable. I'm sitting on the sidewalk watching the town parade go by. I hear the thunderous roars of tiny motors approaching from the distance at a moderate pace. It's them, the clowns on go-karts. They ask me if I want to be sprayed with water. I say no. They spray me anyway. The first time my consent was violated. July 4th, 2004. I'm 12 years old, hormonal and pubescent, switching from public to private school because I was being bullied. In reality, a kid pushed me, and immediately upon my tiny body hitting the floor, I saw my opportunity. Cry and run. The perfect crime. Between this and a burgeoning acting career only just beginning to peak, editor's note, it stalled. It's safe to say I have a flair for the dramatic. I'm going for a bike ride around my block and realizing that I don't have any friends here. The dramatic in me comes crashing back to reality, conveniently the place it hates the most. July 4th, 2008. I'm 16 years old, hormonal and pubescent, still in private school, this time an all-boys one. I'm taking AP English and learning how much I love writing. Nothing noteworthy happened on this particular date and time, which is shocking considering how noteworthy this year ended up being. But we all have our secrets. July 4th, 2015. I'm 23 years old, fully grown and on tour with my band. I'm happy, healthy, doing what I love. Things finally feel like they're falling into place. I even say aloud, it feels like things are falling into place while we're practicing for an upcoming tour. I have no complaints. Editor's note, the band would break up 2 weeks later. I had complaints. July 4th, 2017. What even is America? I wonder aloud to my 25-year-old self, lying in my bed on my back while my eyes disappear into the piercing blackness of the void that seems to have replaced my ceiling. America, oh, beautiful country founded by brilliant yet bigoted minds that had a chip on their shoulder and a penchant for shrinking intellectualism. Why are you the way that you are? New house, new surroundings, despite having moved to the town where my mother taught middle school for more than half my life. This town with its conservative roots and its glacial rate of social progress, albeit social progress is largely all I've known. As long as I've been relatively sentient, my memories are of this town. That giant, sprawling park that by day functions as a runner's paradise, and by night a peril for drug dealers in the city next door. The teenagers that are literally always too loud, whom I've concluded are immune to laryngitis or vocal nodes. That quaint little downtown area with its legacy bagel shop full of grumpy men talking far too loudly considering the size of the venue. Both the best and the worst Dunkin' Donuts I've ever been to, only a few blocks away from one another. All this in one town? And how? Yet it occurs to me that maybe, just maybe, it's this noteworthy lack of noteworthiness that makes this town like so many others in this beautiful country of ours. It's small, visually nondescript, quiet, in a way maybe forgotten. Forgotten by its representatives, forgotten by its neighboring municipalities, forgotten at the polls. Maybe myriad vagaries aside, that thinning yet very present film of conservative rage that blankets the town is born out of something. A husband and wife team of social scientists named James and Deborah Fallows conducted an experiment between 2012 and 2016 where they flew their 2-passenger biplanes to small towns across the country and spent a week to a month at any given location integrating themselves into the daily lives of the people who lived there. Their goal was to show how our country is developing and, depending on how you look at it, redeveloping themselves, and therefore the country from the ground up. The people in these towns all want their neighbors to do well because when they do well, the town does well, and when the town does well, they do better. I think that's inspiring, and could explain more, though I've already talked enough, and have also conveniently avoided answering the question I was initially asked, much as I did on my AP English tests. Can you tell that my love of writing paid off? Can you also tell that I tend to disregard traditional formatting whenever I'm given the chance? All of this is my very Dickensian way of saying that I don't really know what America is. Though, unlike Dickens, I'm not being paid by the word. Apparently, I'm not even being paid at all. What I do know is that my America is my town, my home. With the people I know and love and have since the day I met them. They've watched me grow and never turned me away when my truest colors showed. They're the people that I agree and disagree with on many things, way too many things, that I want by my side when the day of judgment comes. which the hopeless poetic in me hopes happens on July 4th.